Hello, and welcome to the culminating episode of our technical deep dive into launching a new IoT service using IoT Mill. Today we're exploring how IoT Mill collects the data from a sensor via Bluetooth and then delivers it to the cloud storage. Our journey begins with configuring the cloud IoT data warehouse. We're using ThingsBoard for this demonstration, which is known for its robust functionality in device management and data processing. If you're interested, there's a link to ThingsBoard in the description. Of course, alternatives like Azure IoT or Google Cloud are also viable choices. From the main page of ThingsBoard, I navigate to Entities and then select Devices under it. There, I add a new device and provide a name and description for it. The next step is very important. We have to specify how ThingsBoard is going to validate the authenticity of the data received. To keep our demo simple, I declare that we will use an access token, an arbitrary string. In our case, it is equal to the device ID we programmed in our sensor. You can watch this in the other video. When IoT Mill sends the data to ThingsBoard, it adds the access token attribute to the sensor data and populates it with the device ID. When ThingsBoard receives a new data record, it checks whether in its database there is a device with such access token associated. If it is found, then this data is stored under the device. Otherwise, the input is rejected. Because the device ID is visible via Bluetooth scan, someone can easily see it and then pretend to be a sensor, sending fake data to your application. So, for your real IoT deployment, you should think thoroughly and implement something more sophisticated. At the very least, access tokens should be randomly generated and impossible to guess. Ready to start the test? Let's power on the sensor and IoT Mill and run idf.py monitor to observe its operation. As we can see, it scans the available Bluetooth devices, there are many, and finds the one with the device ID matching the prefix PortaOne we specified. And then it extracts the values of the attributes, such as temperature. We defined the names of those attributes in IoT Mill configuration. If you need a refresher on how it was done using idf.py menu config, I put the link to the other video in the description. Then, IoT Mill connects to the network. In this test, it is done via Wi-Fi, and delivers the data to ThingsBoard via HTTP API they provide. Then it shuts down the wireless connection to preserve the battery and goes into sleep mode until the next time it will do the sensor reading. And now we look at the device list in ThingsBoard. We can see that our test device is now marked as active. When we open its information and click on Latest Telemetry, we can see readings of temperature and humidity, which were extracted from the devices and stored here. Great! Now we're ready to start writing our code, which will analyze the data and provide our customers with valuable insights. One technical note. In this demo, sensor readings such as temperature are shown as individual variables for clarity. However, for efficiency, especially in terms of power consumption, when extracting the data from the sensor, consolidating these readings into a single JSON structure is more practical. Let's enable that setting now. After I build and update IoT Mill firmware, you know how to do it by now, so I will not be wasting your time showing it, we can see that now all sensor readings are extracted with a single Bluetooth interaction, and on ThingsBoard side, they are stored at the single JSON structure in an attribute named telemetry. I am done. Now you just need to add some analytics, which process the sensor data and deliver the functionality that your customers want. Whether it is an alert when specific garden areas need watering, or perhaps automated activation of sprinklers for watering, or something totally different. The IoT Mill team is here to support you with a reliable deployment kit, streamlining your product launch and reducing time to market. Should you have any questions or need assistance, we're just a message away.